Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sky. I am the founder and CEO of Create Your Own Reality Media. Now, we're gonna do a little storytelling today. This has been a very chaotic year, and as it comes to a close, I am still just trying to kind of wrap my head around just all of the things that have happened this year. So I started this business technically almost 2 years ago, back in January of 2023. A couple months after that, I started at a job that took up so much of my time. So therefore, I really didn't have the time that I wanted to dedicate to my business. However, back in May of this year, I was fortunately laid off from said job. Now, of course, getting laid off from any job definitely puts you in a little bit of a frenzy in terms of just money, especially if you don't have things set up properly. So that was definitely a big stress and something that I'm still trying to recover from actively right now. And I was unemployed for about 3 months, which is pretty crazy. And if you don't know, I am in Los Angeles, California, originally from New York myself, but I've been in LA for almost 10 years, which is also super crazy to think about. That can be a story for another day. But yeah, I mean, when that all happened, a part of me was like, oh my gosh, like, what the heck am I gonna do naturally, right? Like the fight or flight part of my brain just kicked in and was like, okay, well, we gotta figure something out. We gotta, like, what are you gonna do? And the other part of my brain was like, okay, well, now you have all this time that you've been craving to actually work on your business and work on the things that actually make you excited and do all the things that you weren't able to do before. So it was a very, push and pull type of situation. And a lot of the time right now, like, it still is. So thankfully, a friend of mine was able to help me get a part-time job back in August. So I've been working there for about 3 months now. So thankfully, again, since it is part-time, I still have a lot of time to focus not only on my business, but some other endeavors that I am working on as well. So that being said, my goal is really to have my business be able to be a full-time thing. And after I got laid off back in May, I had the time to just sit down and kind of reevaluate what my goal really was with my business, like what I really wanted to do. And initially, I kind of set myself up on the wrong path. Like, I was following a lot of people that were doing a really specific thing, and, it was something that I was interested in. However, after kind of, pivoting a little bit and going towards that thing, I don't know, I realized that that wasn't what I wanted my whole business to be. Like, yes, it was something I enjoyed. Yes, it was something that I like doing, but I wouldn't say that I want that to be everything that I do. So again, I now am in this kind of position where I'm pivoting a little bit once again and just really finding this structure first and foremost, really trying to figure out a solid structure for my business just in terms of marketing and content and fitting all of that together, which I'm still very much in the process of doing. So thank you guys so much for really being on this journey with me. It really does mean a lot. And I really hope you do stick around because I can't wait to get to that point that I just am really excited about. But yeah, things can be tricky. Things don't always, happen exactly the way that you want them to, especially not right away. So I am very much, again, since I've kind of done that rebrand back in May, June, early June probably, I've been trying to figure out exactly like what my business stands for. So over the past week, the one thing that I realized I didn't really do in my whole rebrand was figuring out like exactly what my business and my brand stands for. Like, what do I stand for? What do I want to put out into the world? I know the three words that I always use and will always use are encourage, empower, and inspire others, because that is really the core mission in everything that I do. That is really like my deepest why. And yeah, so no matter what it is, across any medium, across any job, across any endeavor that I put myself into, those are the three words that I just like to carry myself. I mean, I think a big reason for that is, I don't know if you guys have, been around for a little bit. I actually grew up dancing my entire life. And for those of you who may or may not know, there used to be this show called So You Think You Could Dance. And when I was in, oh my gosh, it had to be like 10th grade, maybe ninth or 10th grade, definitely high school somewhere. One of my favorite contestants from season 10, who is now a very good friend of mine, his slogan on the show was aspire to inspire. And from the moment I heard that, I was like, yes, like that is that, like, I don't know, I just kind of embodied that statement myself. I mean, one, yes, because again, that was like my favorite person on the show, but two, like it just really resonated with me. And again, like as I have just developed as a person and just kind of grown through my different mediums and just different things that I have done in just within the last few years, mental health and self-development and personal growth, like all of that just feels so important to me. And I think those three words just really encompass all of that so well. Because at the end of the day, I really do want to be able to empower, encourage, and inspire others. Because another fun fact is I am a huge Disney fan. I was lucky enough to, grow up where my family would go to Disney every few years, and it was just always such a fun experience. It was always so amazing. And of course, like as a kid, you have a different appreciation of things, right? Like it's just fun. Like Disney, it's colorful, right? Like you have the rides, you have the food, like there's a lot going on. It's just very stimulating. It's a lot of fun. And it's still definitely fun as an adult, but as I've grown up and like again have been lucky enough for that to be something that I grew up with, just the stories of Walt Disney and the stories of, how Disney itself came to be. Like, once I started to learn a lot more about that, I think that's something that really stood out to me in my head that was really significant about Disney as well. And I mean, this thought still, like, definitely don't have a solid, like, clear answer on this exact thing yet, but, like, there's a part of me that would just love to be able to create a legacy of some sort that, I mean, I know it's not going to be at that same level because, wow, that's something else, but like there is such a big part of me that just wants to have an impact on people and have a really positive impact on people. And I know it's going to take time because, of course, impacting a huge amount of people, naturally, it's not going to happen overnight. You have to find those people have to find you, you have to actually build that community. And I think that is something that I'm just so excited about, just being able to build a true community of like-minded people who really share the same values. I think, as human beings, I think that's something that we always crave, right? We always want to be around people who value the same things as us. And especially in the 21st century when everything is just so technology heavy, and now with the whole, creation of AI and just being in that age, like it's so hard to have, that connection with people. So in this whole work of just me trying to figure out, again, like my brand purpose, my positioning statement, one of the things that I came up with is motivation that's human. And honestly, like that statement alone just like hit me so hard. Because when I was just, doing all the words, like breaking everything down, really trying to figure out like what it is or how it is that I want to impact people, that just, I don't know, it just seemed really powerful to me. Because again, like just being in this age of AI, like sometimes it's so tricky to figure out, like, I don't know, did AI just come up with all these ideas and this person just spoke them to you on camera? Or like, did they come up with the idea and like maybe I helped tweak it a little bit, but overall it was their actual idea? Like a lot of the times we don't know and we never will. So I don't know, I think just like motivation that feels human. Like even though AI like is able to pull information from a million different resources, right? At least at this point in time, it's not able to feel those human emotions. It's not able to have like a real human experience. So I don't think it's going to be able to interpret things or say things in a way that is truly going to connect with people. And I think that's almost the scary part about it to begin with, right? Just throwing everything into a computer, you're still going to get a very like sterilized answer, if you will. And it's going to be up to us to really figure out how to add that human element in there. And for me, especially, like, I don't want to be a person that just solely relies on a computer to just spit out the things that I want to say. I just really feel passionate about sharing stories and just sharing my thoughts and sharing my experiences and just really, being a relatable human being. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I know so many people, especially entrepreneurs and small business owners, right? Like, they didn't just get there overnight. A lot of it was working nights and working weekends and working every minute they could when they weren't at their regular job. And that is very much the stage that I'm in right now. And don't get me wrong, like, I love what I do. I honestly just can't wait to be able to do more of it. But in this moment, I'm really just acknowledging the fact that, this is just a step in the process. And again, I don't think that's something that AI can replicate. It's not something that AI can just tell you. It can't tell you its experience of that because, of course, it doesn't have it. So I think no matter how far technology goes and how far AI advances, there's always going to be that need for human connection. There's always going to be that need for relatability. So I think, motivation that's human is almost like a timeless statement. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans and we're all going to have our own experiences. Of course, not everybody is going to have the same ones. And I think, again, that in itself is just so powerful. So being able to actually tell real stories and relate to real experiences is something that's never going to go out of style. And I just really hope that, other people feel that same way. And I know that they do. I mean, I know there are people out there that do feel that same exact way. Because even though I have some very unique opinions on a lot of things, I know there are people out there that, of course, still crave friendships and connections and just want real people in their lives that share the same values. And I think, that's something that is never going to go away. Even the most introverted person, which honestly I am myself, like, I love being around my favorite people. I love being around my friends and my family and the people who are really close to me. So I just hope that I can create a community that has that same sense, that has those same values, that thinks alike, that really has the same mission. Even if it's not the same mission, just having that ambition to really build something for yourself that empowers you. And again, even that, everybody is going to be empowered by something different. So I think it's just so important to really find what that is for you. And, sometimes it's not gonna come overnight. Like, again, through this whole like just video and this brainstorming and rambling and kind of everything that I've gone over in these past 10 or so minutes, there's a million other ideas that are sparking in my head right now, and I always am coming up with something new. I think also just being a multi-passionate creative and human being, it's difficult and challenging for me to just land on one thing and just solely focus on that. But right now, that is what I'm really trying to do. And again, I think for me, no matter what media form it is, the most important thing to me is really just self-development and personal growth. Because honestly, over the past couple years, I know how powerful that has been in helping me and helping my own life. And I know I still have a long way to go. But just being able to share my journey and share my experiences with you guys, I can only hope that it helps at least one person. That is really all I have to say at the end of the day. But thank you guys so much for watching today. If you made it to the end of the video, comment the little star emoji down below. But until next time, stay motivated, be inspired, and don't forget to encourage others.